crime. How do we solve crime? How do we disincentivize crime? Sherlock Holmes, the answer. The answer is punishments. And now we're on the final case. Will I find the criminal? Will I send them to the gallows?
Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson.
We have. Where to?
To the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those street urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet.
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice. And it goes on.
I can hear them on the stairs now.
Delightful
We can't
orphans.
eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes!
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes is my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, 'cause I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
All
Holmes,
right.
we have to help him.
And forget about the dinner? Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be
Yes,
waiting for you
I'll
at the
do
crime
it for
scene.
my little orphans.
You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
Apparently everyone in the who's playing this game. Oh, cool. As my souvenir, I'm keeping the plant that was used to murder someone. As one does. Just have this train whistle and...
Hello, Toby. All you need now is a shawl and a mock cap, and you could be Mrs. Hudson's younger sister.
Ouch. I gotta be that way, Holmes.
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
Alright, let's see what you got on here, you criminal.
These cigarettes are filled with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting.
Some cheap stogies.
A cheap watch.
Some
Bought with
cheap
his own
watch.
money, no doubt. So this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the police. It is a Webley revolver, a reliable weapon. It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder. Two out of the 6 shells have been fired.
There were 2
There
shots.
were 2 shots.
Oh, is this gonna be like that part in Clue? It's like 1 + 1 + 2 + 1.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
I'm here to...
Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got nothing to say.
I've got
It's all a
nothing to say
mistake.
to you, copper.
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother? You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
Look at this. Yeah. Grew up on the streets. Yeah.
Good. Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw 2 men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was. I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. The second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand, though. I took it, and then I followed the third man.
Interesting.
You
Pray continue.
incriminated
I
yourself.
turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash.
It's like he
It was
was
so
a
bright.
ninja, Mr.
I
Holmes.
hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man. Leighton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps it's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Yes. Definitely a murder.
Holmes?
Mr. Holmes.
Holmes, poor little Wiggins needs our help.
Just smoking in the middle of the night. What's it to you? Who hasn't smoked in the middle of a street?
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow.
Murder.
I was
Murder.
here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case.
During the
Mr.
Ripper
Holmes,
case.
Back in '88. But then this
What,
is
is this a
nothing
prequel?
like that case.
No,
With this
this
one,
takes
we've got
place
the murderer,
after
the weapon,
the
and the
Sherlock Holmes
statements
games are all
speak for
canon to each
themselves.
other.
Of course, Mara.
Sure.
But you know that appearances can
So
sometimes
Sherlock Holmes
be
versus
deceiving.
Jack the Ripper is a real is referenced in this video game.
Holmes, do you remember when you were
Who
a
were the
hot young
victims?
thing?
The two men here, both shot. The stab fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian.
Sorry, that game hasn't
The other,
happened yet.
Kenneth Butler, a jeweler by trade.
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
Can't believe the flower seller committed murder.
So, Constable Marrow,
You can probably
I should be
blame her.
delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street.
I remember I
That was the
enjoyed
side
this
that
one,
you
but
came from.
But
Like
you would have
nothing
been
tops
unable to
the
observe this
gardens.
part of the street where
There,
we are
there
standing
isn't a secret
now.
flower cult.
That is correct. But I
Like
saw the
that
two
one just
victims
gets
slowly
weirder and
enter
weirder.
Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman
Mentioned
rushed
the actual
towards me
murder
and ran
was
into
kind
Half
of
Moon
interesting
Street.
with the
Please continue.
spores,
I didn't pay
caterpillars,
attention,
and
but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
God save
Yes, I
her.
appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course. Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I
Saw
took the
nothing
time
but
to
rats,
light every
Mr.
corner
Holmes,
with my lamp.
including myself. Ha!
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, your statements have been of great value to me.
Oh gosh.
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant.
Jeez.
The bullet penetrated
Corpse
his
inspector.
stomach, a dreadful wound.
Oh,
A
he
tattoo
also
from
was.
Westgate Prison.
He also
Vercotti
went
must
to the
have done
prison.
some time there. Brian Vercotti and Leighton Chapman both have identical Westgate prison tattoos.
The worst prison
They were
tat I've
most
ever
likely
seen.
acquainted.
Yeah.
Brian
It's like a stamp you get at a
suffered
club for
greatly.
re-entry, but they
What a
missed
terrible
the
way
back
to
of your
die.
hand.
Yep. What a terrible way to die. Look at this man dying in agony as he was
A
shot
fairly long pole with a forked end.
in the stomach.
It's one of the worst ways to die.
Yep.
What do you think we should take from these bodies, Holmes? Do either of them have cufflinks?
Yeah, time to steal shit.
A piece of wood that has
A piece
stuck
of
between
wood?
cobblestones.
Claymore
Let us take a
trophies.
closer look.
Oh my goodness, it's a wooden stake. This man was a vampire.
It's only a matter of time before one of those games is
This
released.
shard of wood is quite new.
They did a Cthulhu game.
The bullet struck his head. This man
I-
didn't stand a chance.
Yeah. At some point there's going to be Sherlock Holmes versus Dracula, right? That should be a thing.
This is an ordinary
World of
key.
Darkness meets
I wonder what kind
Sherlock
of door
Holmes.
it opens.
Oh, finally,
Which
Sherlock Holmes. being
vampire
like,
family
Watson,
would
we
he
must
be?
go to the club. I'm to understand the Camarilla is having their meeting here.
But however will we fit in,
Unce,
Holmes?
unce, 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 unce. We will disguise ourselves.
Gyrate to the beat,
Good
dear
evening,
Watson.
Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective
Oh,
gentleman?
it's me.
I've heard of you.
I murdered a man.
Well, I know things. Things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
John H. Benjamin has seen better days.
Oh gosh. Oh, he served in the Crimean War. I'm sorry. He's just got to pin that onto his vest to make him feel anything.
Oh, he just wears on his regular clothing?
Yeah.
Ah, he's one of those veterans. Poor life.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I'm not sure you
I
can
was already in bed
state
when the
that
fireworks
he's limping
started.
when you have not
A
seen
few
the man
moments
walk.
after, I clearly
He's
heard
leaning
two
against the
gunshots
door
from
frame.
outside.
Therefore,
I
he
lean
must
against the
have
door
bad
frame if
leg.
it's there.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw two bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so.
A third
He
man.
rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
Were the two shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
Almost as if it was
That is an
fired from a
interesting
different
comment.
gun. But how could you have heard the shots from the fireworks?
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw
I actually
the
think the
policeman
lighting
coming
in
in the
this
half moon
bit
from
is
Whitechapel.
pretty good.
Then I walked out
Yeah,
and tell them
the,
everything I
Just
saw.
the part where Sherlock Holmes' face
You have
is
helped us a
always
great deal, Mr.
half
Turner.
silhouetted in light. It's
I also
good.
think that Mr. Turner's, like, the difference in the pallor of his skin
Yeah.
from one part to the other is also
Yeah.
well highlighted.
Okay.
Listen, Frogwares, they do some good work now and then.
I hear Devil's Daughter is not as good, but is still pretty good.
I'll probably have to play it at some point.
I bought it.
Okay, here's a question that pertains to your entire Wheel of Ukraineous
Yeah.
games.
I'll do
Are you
anything to
bummed
save
that
my
you
brother,
played
Mr.
what is likely
Holmes.
going to be the best game on this list first?
Yeah, a little bit. Because I had heard that this game was quote unquote good, but I think this game is genuinely great a lot of the time.
Hey, maybe you'll like Call of Pripyat a lot. I don't know. Maybe you'll love Metro. How do you feel about shooting weird mutated mole rats?
I love shooting weird mutated mole rats.
Boy, have I
In
got
the
a game
Moscow
for you.
subway. Wow, what a video game.
How do you feel about games where the bad ending is the canon ending?
I love it. Okay. Gotta reenact Crossfire.
Oh, the difference between were these shot at the same time? Was there a pause in between? That is some Sherlock Holmes ass.
Yep.
Stuff right
That
there.
is some Ace Attorney shit right there.
This is actually as much Monk as it is anything else.
Yeah. Mr. Turner stated that he had remained at the window of his flat till the police arrived. However, this is conflict with Merrow's statement. Yeah.
They're all liars.
Everyone's a liar.
I do wish they always give you the opportunity just to make the most outlandish conclusion possible. You should be able to pin the murder on Watson in every case.
Absolutely. See, it won't let me say it's a double murder. The murder was carried out by the same...
Well, maybe you don't have everything else you need.
Yeah. One of the victims might have fired his gun twice.
Holmes, is that your HoloLens?
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
Oh, is this where I have to use the pole?
If only there was some convenient tool.
Yeah, if only there was a pole. Where's the pole?
You know, I feel like in a Sherlock Holmes game, where's the pole is more likely pertaining to a person than an object.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, the Cossacks, Watson.
Are you actually going to play a Cossacks game?
No, I'm gonna play Heroes of Annihilated Empires, which is
That's-
also an RTS by GSC Game World.
That's probably the best choice. I have never really liked Cossacks.
Because they
Mrs.
made
Powell?
RTS games
What do you
before they
want?
made Stalker.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony.
Already gave
Very well.
my lord.
Could you tell us everything that
Just
you
a
may
wee
have
flower
seen
girl.
or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began.
can you not
in
even
honour of
examine
Queen
her?
Victoria.
No, I can't
I
even
enjoyed those.
determine if
But
she's
then,
married or
all
not.
of a sudden, a young
The
lad
most
ran out of
important
Half Moon
information.
Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in
It's
his
just
hand.
Holmes judging people.
He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity.
Because this
He
was
had
set
no
up.
time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another
It's
constable
all
came out from the
conspiracy.
very same street,
Yeah.
and I
No,
heard him
listen,
talking
this
of
is
a
all
horrible
prison
murder.
gang shit.
Oh,
Mrs.
right, I
Powell,
forgot about that.
Did
It
you
could
hear
be.
the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
What with the fireworks? I couldn't hear 2 distinct gunshots.
Did you see
I didn't
anyone
say
else
two
leaving
distinct
Half Moon Street
gunshots.
prior to
We
or
have
at the
you.
time of the crime?
Nani?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
If I don't find a
My
customer,
thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
I'll get beaten up by me. It's just a little match girl.
Maybe she's the murderer.
Alright, is there a pole at
perfect
Baker
cover.
Street?
I could have sworn you saw the pole up against a wall.
Yeah. Or was it in Scotland Yard?
In the poll room.
Yeah, in the pole room.
Which is, once again, actually in this circumstance, the poll room is a specific jail cell.
Yeah. Just... Apparently discrimination against people from Poland is still present in England.
I'm not surprised.
Because,
Almost as
you
if
know,
that's a country
the
that's been
EU
conquered over and over again, and people feel
legal
good about making fun of them.
Yeah, you know, legal immigration from the EU. It's like, hey, you can make a lot of money. You can make way more money in England than you can in Poland if you're not.
Should Boom the Alien watch Reacher?
Should you watch? Okay. I watched roughly 20 minutes of Reacher when my dad was watching it. I will say the guy who was playing Reacher, he is just a slab. He is just meat. Like a giant Hulk. And he murders people.
I think the hook is on the street.
Yeah.
That first Tom Cruise Reacher is totally okay. The whole ending in the quarry, pretty good.
But I don't know. It seems like campy fun. That Reacher.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't watch television.
I only watch animated adaptations of video games.
Exactly.
I just need to finish Arcane.
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting
Also,
for?
I don't need to
I'm
finish
waiting for my
Arcane, but I
brother to
will.
be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Wiggins.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
Of course, it was the fucking cop. Always.
Nice. Put this fucker behind bars.
This should be useful.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Found it.
There's blood all over this bowl. Weird.
Alright, time to find a bullet hole.
Nothing interesting here.
No bullet hole, which means it was fired.
I love this lantern on pole
Yep.
animation.
This is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh. Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
I can be like, yeah, no, he did it. Game over. That's
Why
pretty
not?
good. Crossfire. I can be like, yeah, no, he made up this guy. Yeah, definitely.
dragging the cop in on it.
Alright. Yep. No, the cop absolutely fucking did it.
What if there's a secret entrance into an underground escape tunnel?
Roman temple?
Yes, it leads back to the Frigidarium.
Yes.
It all loops together. Then it would be an Ace Attorney game. They all loop together at the end.
Yep.
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and
cut
me,
me the
we
contradiction,
might
Mr.
have been
Wright.
distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from
But
Whitechapel.
he still did the
We could
murder.
have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner.
Oh,
Would
no,
you
so you don't
mind
have your top
showing me
hat
the
anymore.
view that you had from your window?
I did not bring the top hat.
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Shame.
Oh, he limped.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly.
Well, time to...
This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
Oh, look, you burned evidence.
The papers are
Mr.
almost
Turner,
entirely
what's with all these
burned.
bloody clothes
I'm
and this
unable to see
sharp
what's
instrument
written
in your
here.
hamper? Oh, it's not mine.
These words are illegible. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
What? You're telling me this man might have something to hide?
This kitchen knife is quite sharp.
It's a pie. No, it's a bowl.
There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table.
Uh-huh.
This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
Of course, yes. The paper cut, Watson.
It's a sharp
Mr.
knife.
Turner
Maybe
was
he's
roused
the
from
one
his
that
bed
killed the
by
guy
the
from the
sound
first
of
case.
gunshots.
Exactly. Yeah, if this was an Ace Attorney game, that somehow it would be like, actually, the person who did the murder here orchestrated all the other murders.
20 years ago,
Yeah.
Mr. Turner and Patrick
books on the
Cairns were in the
shelf
same
are
unit in the
immense.
army.
It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here, a short while ago.
Perhaps a gun. Or a cane. Oh, shit!
A perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the
Oh.
victims.
Wow, I can't believe he did the murder.
No, he was down there at least.
Yeah.
Then again, that is the road that leads to his apartment.
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
I would like to know your last wishes before they execute you.
On
So-
my order.
That's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window. The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you gotta ransack this apartment.
Alright. Let's see. Alright, go faster, old man.
Oh, this is disconcerting and fast forward.
He's like, oh, I broke me stick. And now I need to destroy this evidence.
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
Of course.
I
Fat
can see
prints.
prints from greasy
Yeah.
fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer
What's
look.
in this thing of Moby Dick?
Oh, prints.
Well now, what a find. A precious jewel, concealed inside a book. A bracelet with a unique ram's head design. A distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era. Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then, and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman
Oh,
through the window.
he's such a dick.
But you also noticed a glittering object on the ground. This precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler. And when you heard the whistles, you hurried away.
Just a bit
That
of spot of
broke
trophy
your walking
collecting,
stick.
sir.
It caught fast between the cobbles.
Like I did in the war.
Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
Crime solved.
Dust off your hands. Let's go home, Watson.
Yep. Did it.
But Holmes, what about the murder? Crime solved, Watson.
Yep.
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
All right, I remember this.
Oh, gosh.
I didn't go see Sherlock Holmes
Went
edition.
down to the bear pit the other day. You know, they just don't
I
make
can see you
bears
very
like
well,
they used
Mr.
to.
Holmes.
All right,
Give
Constable.
me your best
Let's try
guard
again.
from
I'll
Thief
find
game.
another
Yeah.
place to
Impersonation.
hide.
Well, we better go. I don't know why we try not to get him in the inside. Because, you taffer,
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
we want to keep them from
All right,
getting
Constable.
inside.
Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Did I hear something? God, that pose he makes
Yeah.
in the corner.
Yep.
It's even better that he's so calm about it. Just,
Yep.
oh, you found me.
Ah, yes, my Sharingan art.
No, Inspector, you can't see me.
Oh, look, it's
Mr.
Sherlock
Holmes,
Holmes.
it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
I feel like we didn't have to have that entire procedure.
Of course, we have to recreate fireworks and then try to climb the wall. Find the flare gun and climbing equipment.
Mr. Holmes, did you see
Holmes
my
is just
brother at
bored,
Scotland?
then.
Yeah, no, once again, Sherlock Holmes just does all of this for shits and giggles. The man does not give a give a flying fish about anyone.
Such a young man, and already a murderer.
I assume because he's impoverished, he did a murder.
Locked. Locked.
Oh wait, could you interact with that mirror
There was a mirror?
or the luggage cart?
Oh.
Please escort... Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical
love how
tattoo of
everyone's
the
just like,
Westgate
how could you have
Brotherhood
known
upon your
this?
hand. I observed exactly the same mark
I mean,
upon
to be
Mr.
fair,
Vercotti.
it's the 1800s.
You came to know him
Yeah.
from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
Education was poor.
Yeah.
God. You're right.
Oh,
Mr.
he's a
Holmes.
strange wizard.
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released, and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Okay. So what do we have to do?
We have to look up the bracelet, we have to find a flare gun, and a way to climb the wall. And I assume at some point we'll have to use Toby again.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, what was the trophy from the Kew Gardens?
Oh, the poisonous plant that was used to do the murder.
The one that the cult stole?
Yes!
That you the
You know.
That
Shame
is
we
not-
couldn't get back that
that is
rare
not-
and poisonous plant for you guys.
Yeah.
Just gonna keep that in my bedroom.
That is not the one I need.
Yeah, 1888, Jack the Ripper.
Wait, was it not the
No, it
Hellenistic
wasn't
treasures?
the
lost?
Hellenistic treasures. Malaria is spread by mosquitoes. Oh, look, it was stolen from the museum.
Hmm.
They've been missing since
Here it is.
1885.
I need to continue my research in my archives.
Oh, now I have to do antique stolen. Uh-huh. Oh, Kenneth Butler. Yes.
Here it is. One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
Yes, of course.
I would love a open world Holmes game. Give me Assassin's Creed Syndicate, but I'm Holmes. And I
you're
can't
just-
scale walls.
Yeah, you can't scale
And I
walls.
can't kill people.
Yeah, you scale walls and you kill people?
No, I can't do either of those
Oh.
things.
Hey, wait, didn't I put you in jail? Ooh.
Mr. Butler's key matches the lock perfectly.
Of course. This really is just a Resident Evil.
These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall.
He's dead, so it won't matter anymore.
He's dead, so his goods are up for grabs.
Ah.
I think it is legal.
This is exactly what we
Yeah,
need
no, finders keeper.
in order to imitate the flash of the
The age-old
fireworks.
rule.
Yeah, the age-old rule. You know, in times of desperate need, Sherlock Holmes is just allowed to steal shit in order to solve a
Hey,
crime.
Watson, do you need a clock or two? What about an urn?
Oh, look,
or
it's
a doll?
Thief. It's Thief 2014.
The ram's heads. This
Wait, what?
necklace belongs to the
I'm just
5 rams
rifling
of
through
Midland
drawers now in a
collection.
dingy
Interesting.
Twilight
That means
fake
that
Victorian
Kenneth Butler
England.
owned a part of this collection all this time.
Oh, I thought you
10 years
actually
after
found a
the
copy
theft.
of.
No.
Some-
I mean,
Also, no, the animations in Thieves 2014 were much better than this.
oh yeah, no, that's the best part of that game. It's just,
No, the best part of that game is the swoop.
yeah, the
That
swoop
little,
and the hand stuff.
Dash forward.
Oh, look, they're arranging some sort of...
It looks as though Mr.
Sale
Butler
gone wrong,
kept a
perhaps.
careful record of his operations.
No, this dude was selling stolen goods. It belongs in a museum. The British Museum.
The only ones that matter.
Hey ho,
Oh, no.
yo ho.
Hi there.
It's...
Alright, so you're going with, this was a
I mean,
burglary?
it could be. Why else? Maybe it was stolen. Case
Comes
of
back to money.
stolen jewels. Anyway, I still think it was the cop.
Do you think the cop killed them both?
Oh, you're right. They could be a multiple murder. It's either the cop or the old guy, because they're the only two named characters who aren't.
There's the flower lady.
The flower lady wouldn't even let me do a sick examination of the flower lady.
Clearly that makes her the greatest target.
Yes, a flower girl, Watson. Erith Gainsborough.
Why are you looking at me
I
all
thought it
the
was
time like
Eris
that?
Holmes.
I'm just watching you, lad. I never know what to expect from
Sephiroth
people
did
like
nothing
you.
wrong.
People like me?
The
Yes,
Pause.
street beggars and thieves.
I ain't a thief.
Oh no.
Oh god, this cop
Then where did you
sucks.
get whatever it is that you're gnawing on? I very
Yes.
much doubt that you bought it.
S.U. Pause.
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin
Constable
air
Mera,
at
how
a
do you feel about a
specific
game
moment.
of peekaboo?
But Holmes, I don't see how.
Holmes, I don't
I
see
am
how.
going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would
obey,
have
Holmes.
screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
Let us begin then. Catch me if you can.
Ah, find a spot where a man could be able to climb the wall unnoticed. Jeez.
Oh, do a wrong one.
The moon illuminates this wall. Anyone
I want to
trying
see if
to
they
climb it would be
give us an
easily spotted
animation of
by
him
company.
trying to climb and falling.
No.
This wall
Oh,
is
boo.
cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see.
It's
anyone
true, Watson.
scaling it.
Our enemy is the one and only Spider-Man. He is a menace.
Now, Holmes, this seems frightfully close to parkour.
I'm getting a bulletin.
I don't know how I feel about the French.
What?
Oh, it's totally
barely
just
see anything.
Thief 3. You get your climbing gear.
Holmes? Are you there?
And Watson's like, Holmes, where could he be? As
He's
Holmes
just 5 feet up.
just loudly
I
scales
should
this
try
wall.
climbing faster.
What? Oh, I didn't climb fast enough.
Uh-huh.
I should try climbing faster.
Barely see anything.
I can't see anything.
Fuck this. So my apartment complex has Taco Tuesdays, but it's from 11 a.m. till
Holmes?
2 p.m.
What?
My
Are you
work
there?
ends at 3:15. These fuckers.
Where is he?
That's
My
how they
God,
get
a
you.
man can't just disappear like that.
I barely climbed the wall.
Holmes? Holmes? Holmes,
Oh, this
Where
reaction
are
is
you?
very good.
I cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen. I am up here, above your
Making
head.
me not watch
How on
Matthew
earth
Roy
did
play
you get up
Dying
there,
Light 2.
Holmes?
I want you to be
I
proud
am
of
using
yourself.
crampons and a climbing axe. Although the person we
Depriving
are
me
looking
of
for did not
good
leave any traces of such
Maximal
tools.
Matthew Roy content
Constable,
right now.
is there any way
Actually,
to
I'm
get to
gonna
the
pull that
top
stream
of this
up. I'm not gonna
building?
watch your shit.
Yes, Mr.
Shit.
Holmes, I can show
I
you.
mean, if you
The
want
door to the building
watch
can be
Matthew
found from
Rory
Whitechapel
kick
Street.
zombies.
Gentlemen, I
He's
am
kicking
on
them
my
real
way
good
down.
though, and he's scaling buildings and jumping on top. on the
Dude, Sherlock
tops of
Holmes
them.
is scale buildings.
Yeah.
We got half of that.
This game is better than Dying Light 2. Alas, it is not 500 hours.
You could spend 500 hours.
No. No, you couldn't.
Taking a very long time determining who the killer is.
These shards of glass are from the window above.
Oh, look, it's a jacket. Who could have done the jacket murder?
A cluster of thick black threads.
That's what Watson will call this
They're
one.
unusually strong. I should examine them under the
Shabby
microscope.
fabric.
It's
Shabrick.
empty. Someone broke through the window to get inside
They're gonna
the
patent
attic,
on that.
but in his haste,
Lock that
he
shit down.
ripped his jacket.
I assume most
We can conclude
jackets
that the person
in
whom Leighton
Victorian
saw climbed
England
up the
were made
wall,
out of
broke into the
shabrick.
attic window, and escaped through the hatch.
Uh-huh.
So,
Of course.
Been studying my notes.
Yeah.
I think I got at least Egypt 1156 BC down to Act 4 to 5.
Uh-huh.
I think of that I realized the real barrier to me being able to beat the game
Uh-huh.
Is that game?
No, it's level 5 when you need to play a board game and you fucking die when you lose the board game. So for me, not able to save,
Jumanji.
it's that's gonna be a real pain in the booty. You get me?
See, when you lose him, the boy becomes the monkey boy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's Nine Man's Morris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, there's still one criminal.
I wasn't that insufferable about Nine Men's Morris. You just are being a weirdo.
No, you were literally
You were.
popping into every single chat and being like, is it harder than Nine Man's Morris?
Yeah, but that's because you moan and complain about even the smallest little gameplay gimmicks, and it's like, my games are worse than yours. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Oh, I dipped my hand into lie, so you're not allowed to complain.
You're not allowed to complain. I play worse games than you. You should stop bitching.
You should play good games.
There's an idea.
You should play Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punish. Well, I already played this game. I'm sorry.
It is not.
Remember
a
when you were gonna
threat.
play things like
I need to
Broken
compare
Sword
this
and
sample
Longest
with
Yeah,
the
I'm
Yeah.
supposed to finish this
and
game,
a
and then I
horse
realized, hey,
Or Gabriel
yo,
Knight.
I'm gonna break
A
this down. I'm
shaving
gonna break this
brush is
down.
usually made from horsehair.
This is easy
Watson,
content.
Could you please pass me your shaving brush?
I'm just gonna put this out
Here you
there.
are.
It's like one run
Watson,
per
look,
day
what's
thing.
outside the window?
Where?
Easy
I
and
don't see
fun
anything.
content.
Ouch!
I'm getting
Holmes.
Oh, don't make
viewers.
such a fuss.
Yeah.
One little hair.
People's easy to make. Problem is the game is
Human
terrible.
hair is significantly thinner than the black.
I like how, because it's such an old game, you can't save it.
The horsehair is thinner. So, this black hair belongs to an
Uh-huh.
animal.
It's
that is
educational.
larger
Think of
than
it like a
horse.
test.
A hair from a large and
A
exotic
hair from a
animal.
large and exotic animal? Is it a buffalo?
Is there a tax?
Is the murderer... Oh.
A murder most foul.
I need to see what you're laughing at.
Of course! It was a circus acrobat! Ask Wiggins to find a circus acrobat.
Ask not what Wiggins can do for you. Ask what you can do for Wiggins.
No, it makes sense. Of course, the only person able to climb walls who would have the fur of exotic animals on his jacket, Circus.
Which thinks
Circusman.
you're interested in Morbius.
I'm,
What's Morbius?
it's the Jared Leto vampire movie.
I was gonna say, yeah, so you're not a
right.
big Jared
Best
Leto
believe
fan?
him.
Weird.
Quick about
Isn't this
it.
the Marvel movie
I've
that
done
was sent
nothing
to
wrong.
die?
You
No,
learn
this
more by
is
watching
the
Mr. Holmes.
this is
He
part
knows
of the
exactly what he's
aborted
doing. Not like
Sony
you.
Spider-Man cinematic universe.
Watch your tongue.
He's a vampire?
Yeah, he is in fact a Marvel. He is a Spider-Man villain, so it's a Sony film.
No, it's
Right,
like
so
the
it's
Venom thing.
connected to.
We have good news for
the
you,
fucking
Wiggins. The investigation has
Venom
proven
movies,
very
and then they're gonna make a
interesting so
Kraven the
far. We
Hunter
found
movie
facts
next
Yes,
and
this is the
details that
aborted
confirm
Spider-Man
your
cinematic
brother's
universe
innocence.
I knew it, Mr. Holmes.
But for now,
that
Wiggins,
was
we
basically
need your
stopped
help.
when
Anything
they
you like,
put
Gus.
Spider-Man in the MCU.
I need you to locate a
I have to
circus
ask you.
that has stopped over in London. It needs to have disposed
Yo,
of at
what's
least
wrong with this
one
kid's face?
exotic
He's
He's
dirty
a
and
he's a
poor.
Victorian orphan boy.
You can count on me,
Should
Mr.
you really
Holmes.
be talking? Should Holmes be risking it? I mean, he could get scabies.
No,
Hear that
the
boars are
orphan
like-
boys are his minions.
Hey, if there's something that I learned about orphan boys during Victorian Europe from Oliver Twist, it's that you got to throw the pores into. You have to civilize and
I do
pacify
hope
your
that those children
pores.
don't get into
No,
trouble.
he just makes them investigate his
Don't
murders
worry,
and then
Watson.
pays them next to
I
nothing.
predict
And-
some news in
British
7
coal
seconds.
factories and assembly lines are the only place where
Mr.
the
Holmes,
pores
we
should
found
go,
it.
especially when
Here
they
I
it
don't
is.
have
mean,
parents.
if Frostpunk has taught me anything, it's that child labor is often necessary.
This is a young Indian elephant,
Yep.
the highlight of the
Oh
And then
my
he'll pick
gosh, it's
himself
gonna-
by his bootstraps.
The
and then find
elephant
a
did
good
the
Duval
murder.
Brothers,
person to
a
teach him
well-known
not to be a
travelling
poor.
circus
That's
that
a-
is
that's a
currently stocked
great
in London.
Hey, remember that
advertisement.
how
That is
the
exactly the
one of
type
the
of
DLC
circus we are
cases
looking
for one of
for.
the Sherlock
I'll
one of
pay
the
it a
Ace
visit.
Attorney games is literally Phoenix Wright has to defend a whale of murder.
Sounds good.
You had to pay money for that.
Pay any amount of money.
Well, because of the
you.
goddamn environmentalists
right
and
there.
blackfish.
Oh,
Good
you
morning,
stop
sir.
right there.
Pardon me,
You
but
can't have
why
your
am I
whales
not
in your
allowed to
zoos
walk
anymore.
around here?
They're getting rid of
Because
our
it's
whales. They're
private.
canceling the whales.
Well,
Oh
I
god,
only
I
wanted
don't
to
even
meet
remember
the
them bringing me to a
artiste.
circus. I just remembered the alley.
You're wanting to apply for. Nah. You don't look
Oh,
like
I'm sure
Oh,
this is
carny
gonna be good.
folk.
artistic lock.
Carny
picker
folk
that
from the
we look-
19th century.
You might be surprised.
Have
What?
you ever seen Nightmare
I don't think so.
Alley?
Clear off.
Guillermo del Toro apparently has quite.
I watched-
the- Yeah.
I watched that season of American Horror Story where it's half good and then it fucking falls apart.
Oh,
with the
so
evil
every
clowns
season
and
of
shit.
American Horror Story.
You're a bit.
Yeah,
You're a
whatever.
bit slow to catch on,
I
eh?
didn't watch those, but I did watch an episode of The X-Files, so I think I get it.
They won't let me investigate the circus.
The light
Get it.
bloom on
Oh,
some of
I've
these
gotta
metallic-
disguise
Yeah.
myself as a carny.
Give me the worst facial hair you can get. It's like I need to turn on the sound
But yeah, that
using some of the
Morbius
accent.
movie has been. That's one of those films that has been like on ice for like 2 years. Also, you know, Jared Leto is a creep.
Yeah, how is he still getting work?
Like
It-
his weird band cult.
I mean, I think it's just it's like a Kevin Spacey situation. Like there's bad stuff happening, but he's a good actor, so a lot of people just go, oh, whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of like whenever you see Neil deGrasse Tyson tweet something about a science fiction movie getting it wrong, it's like,
Well,
man,
actually,
people sure
you
did forget
see-
that you were accused by multiple people for sexual harassment.
Well, actually, ZP, you see, in space, no one can hear you scream. Therefore, the idea that anyone could hear you scream in space is unlikely.
Yo, like 4 women accused you of sexual misconduct, my bro.
Look at this guy. Look at this man. I'm ready to.
That is good facial hair.
I'm ready to.
Are unpopular
It's good bad
among
facial
What?
thugs. I don't want to arouse suspicion.
Spectacles are unpopular among thugs.
But I feel like spectacles are popular among carnies.
I'm very into that look I made for him, and you are ruining my magic.
I'd better wear a shabby hat.
Oh, I have to wear a shabby hat. Meh.
Yeah, I think a hat would work here. The hair department is lacking.
Oh, yes, finally. Ah!
Stay where you are. What are you doing here, and where is Sherlock Holmes?
Calm down, Watson. Take deep breaths now. It's me.
Thank
I could
God.
not recognize you
get
with your
used to your
fake
disguises.
beard and hat.
Thank you, Watson.
Watson, you
That
fucking
means
idiot.
I am ready to go.
Just the dumbest man. Anyway, what? Still peeping on that lady across the window? Yeah. Cool stuff.
To be fair, she's always standing there. Maybe it's not peeping and it's more just scientific observation.
Oh, I can't wait to see what silly voice he does.
Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Nigel. I'm here to open the locks.
Talented, eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee and show yourself to Charles Foley.
That's
And
so
I'd
good.
highly advise you not to trick him. Got that?
I've got it.
Just so dumb. This mechanic that is used literally twice in the entire video game. Anyway, let's find incriminating evidence. The line from A to B to C of, oh, yes, this person climbed through a window and lost their jacket. They must be a circus performer.
Listen, are you the world's greatest detective?
I am not Batman. Although I did watch a VTuber interview Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, that's just a thing happening now? Okay.
So,
You know,
everything's
just all,
here,
you
just
know
as
how
you
there's
asked.
fluff
And what about the money?
interviews.
Some of the barrels are wet.
How did it go?
Transportation issues.
Um,
It couldn't be helped.
It was
Whatever.
pretty good
We'll
because
be here after
both of
midnight
the
to pick up
actors
the
looked like they
supplies.
looked like deer
I'll
in the
let you pay
headlights when they
first.
saw who was interviewing
No.
them.
You'll be paid after
okay.
we make the transfer, as I said. Right? I hope that no one saw you. The police are on the lookout.
We
Of
did
course
the
not.
crime.
I'm a professional.
Look at that man.
Glad to
Look
hear
at that
it.
man.
Be ready for tonight then.
That man is a crime.
Which one? Bowler
The-
hat
the-
or bandana?
Both of them, but especially the guy with the amazing key.
I was
What's
gonna
in
say,
the
guy with the
barrel?
bandana seems like
Is
he'd be the
damaged.
subject of an
It
episode of
is difficult
Seinfeld.
to say
Yeah.
what is inside.
Oh, I
This
need something to break
There is
open
a
the
spot
barrel.
on this barrel that was intent. The crest of the Honorable Artillery.
Oh, I fucking, of course. If I've learned anything, it's that you can't trust circus. Oh no!
That's a picture of a contemporary gentleman wearing a Robin Hood hat. Interesting. From lambs into lions.
Oh, here we
Those are
go.
words of encouragement
Oh,
and
good.
defiance. This poster was clearly made to fire up rebellion.
Yes,
against the
fire
people.
up rebellion against the people.
Power to the proletariat.
They must be trying
This
to
printing press
unionize.
is old, but still quite capable of printing hundreds of pages per day. There are enough posters
Didn't
to
realize
paste
carnies
across
were
half of
super
London's
into,
walls.
Overthrowing the government.
Yeah. But I guess it makes sense.
Well, you know, we were talking the other day about Shen Yun. And, you know, that's basically a carnival. And they would like to overthrow the government of China. So, you know, close enough. This is a very small circus tent. Like, it would be very uncomfortable to be an elephant in this tiny-ass circus tent.
Yeah. There's basically this turning room. That's it.
Have any of you actually seen a tented circus performance?
I did as a very young child,
Same.
and all I remember was being scared of the clowns.
Same.
I did as well. I did a ringnet, Barnum and Bailey's tented circus. I think the ones that I've actually enjoyed the most is Cirque du Soleil.
I bet Cirque du Soleil's a fun time.
Cirque du Soleil is fun.
If you go in with the right attitude and are just like, I want to watch some people undulate.
My body shouldn't do that, but I'm glad they are now.
No. Yes, there was a contortionist who
Judging by the
literally had her legs
powder kegs,
walk around
a
her
printing
head.
press, and a great many blank.
legs
Oh my
going
goodness,
around
these
her
people
body.
are domestic
was
terrorists.
stolen by the merry
It was
men
pretty funny.
quite recently. And these poster samples.
Hey,
I am quite
Holmes,
sure
what does this actually have
it
to
is
do
not
with
a
What
coincidence.
does
two
this
dead
have to
men
do
in the
with the
alley?
murder?
Merry men are planning some sort of sabotage.
You
You
can't
mean
even go
this thing-
back
Stop
there.
right there.
Look at this
Who are you?
man.
Are you Charles Foley?
Maybe.
They say that I can open any door.
Do they now? We'll see her
There's
lot near
so
the
much
chains on the
going on
table
with
over
this
there.
dude.
Like
Open that.
this,
The clothing, the
it's the
earring, the
bandana.
bandana.
Okay, it's the bandana. It's the earring.
The necklace,
It's
the key necklace.
it's the key necklace. It's the scarf. It's the wife beater, the Victorian wife beater,
and a chest hair
and
too.
the chest hair. Just like this man. This man
You
is
have to
the
examine him. I
villain.
need to see this guy in detail.
This man is the villain of a Charles Dickens novel.
I feel like he's out of place too.
I also feel like this guy would belong nowadays. I could see this
Yeah,
guy
no,
walking
this man
down the
lives in
street.
Florida.
Oh shit.
The gunshot. Oh, yep, he lives in Florida.
Yeah.
Just wounded for no reason.
Oh, look, he has the stolen artifact right on his
And
finger.
And he's open carrying.
Yep.
The stain, his little bracelet.
Oh, I
Honestly,
wonder
the
who
more
could
we
have done the
learn-
murder.
The more we learn about this guy, the more I kind of like him. For every boring, nondescript Londonite you've encountered in this game, it was all leading up to this.
Yep.
Man in jacket.
Man in jacket. The final boss. You know how every Ace Attorney game has its final boss where it's like, oh, it's Von Karma.
It's one of these
He's-
puzzles again, isn't it?
Yep. Oh, it's Von Karma. He's gonna be a dick. And
How many out of 10? How many would you the sliding block puzzles with the lines? How many out of 10 would you give it?
I give it a 1 out of 10. This was maybe one of the easier lock puzzles.
Oh. Well, they're right.
Gimmick
What's your name?
infringement.
Nigel
I'm
Shirley.
gonna DMCA
York.
this stream for gimmick infringement.
Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
Nigel Shirley.
It's a long story. I met your brother, Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about his betrayal and all about you.
What?
Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day and pay me some money for me
Who
craft.
the hell was Vincent
Well, he
Foley?
died 7 days ago in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. The traitor has paid the blood price for it. And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search for his legacy.
It's all about the Hellenistic treasures, isn't it?
Osh, you fool. Now, listen up. You'll come with us tonight, and you better mind yourself.
Us? Wait, who's coming then?
Billy, Jack, and me.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share
Wait,
the loot.
okay, so now you're
The
gonna go
one you
rob a
seem to know
place?
about.
Yep.
Right.
Wait for us at the
He's
abandoned manor house.
Yes,
on the
this
corner of
man
is
Brook Grove and
trustworthy.
Kensington Park Road at
This is
midnight.
wild.
Deal.
Okay, so it is connected to the two dead men.
Yeah, of course. He's a superstitious man. You can tell because he's armed and dangerous.
He's a superstitious man because of 7 of the 20 affectations on his person.
All right, time to do a crime.
Here I am at the manor.
Yeah, I think I
Somewhere
think I
inside
know
it
why I didn't
are the
remember this one
Hellenistic
super well. This is
treasures.
just so weird.
It's also weird how this one is just leading me by the nose.
This lock is
Yeah.
quite old.
Yeah, I think I stand by the Kew Gardens is the best.
Yeah, that case is wild.
Like it's like wild, but it's also just a good murder mystery.
Yeah.
Especially with the twist there at the end with the guy committing suicide.
Yep. You know, Holmes, for saying this lock is simple, it sure does have a lot more going on than the last one.
That spacebar is so tantalizing.
Yeah, but I'm a gamer.
But what
And
if you just
also,
said
the last
fuck
time
it
I
and
skipped
moved
a
on?
puzzle, you called me out on it. You bullied me.
Wait,
No, that was
was
just
it me?
me.
That was him.
Oh.
That's just me.
Oh, okay. Noted bully. Noted internet bully. Chris Zombie.
I haven't even given you a time limit since the first case.
Yeah, because I've either been dramatically wrong or dramatically right.
The times you've been wrong have been funnier.
And the one time I was wrong was because I got the wrong murder weapon.
I think that is still the best moment from this entire game is
Just being like convincing
accusing-
this poor mentally ill man that he did the murder.
Man, he buys it.
Yeah, his response, "Oh God, I did kill him." And then just Holmes, what was that exact line? Like, "I think a life of quiet seclusion is in store for you." Just
Yeah.
so fucked up.
And
I need
yeah.
to find where the safe is hidden and lockpick it.
So you solved it.
Yeah.
Stop your complaining.
This cupboard.
Okay. Oh, they're gonna. This is a murder
It
house.
seems as though this. So.
Oh, right. I remember this. So you've broken in before the job. You're gonna steal before they steal.
Yeah.
For good.
Yeah. As one does.
You're a good thief. It's like sneakers.
I'm like, yeah, a film I've never seen.
You should see Sneakers. Robert Redford.
I'm the Dexter Morgan of
Ben Kingsley.
What a surprise. Another lock. I recall that precious key around...
God,
Oh.
if only
Let us check the
Brayden were Ben
thieves'
Kingsley.
possible escape routes in the event that they are
My life
caught
would be
off
so much
guard
better
by
if
the
Brayden was
police
Ben
from the
Kingsley.
front
I think
door.
about that every day. I wake up and I'm like, God damn it, Brayden,
if
why aren't you
if
Ben
only
Kingsley?
I was Academy Award-winning actor Sir
This
Ben
door is a
Kingsley.
perfect means of
Only
escape in
I
an
could be
emergency.
of close relation
That man played
in a
Gandhi, for
kinship
God's sake.
with the man who played Gandhi.
To be fair,
Brayden-
he's very fucking good as Gandhi.
This
The
should
man
be
earned a
useful.
knighthood for that role.
I had to watch that in school.
Yeah, I had to watch that in school.
And you know what? Those teachers were
solid-
right. That movie is worth showing.
Yes.
The same teacher showed me Saving Private Ryan.
Hell yes.
That's still a good movie.
Yeah.
I'm rigging this so they can't
The door is
escape.
now
Yep. You're gonna trap them.
the ground floor windows.
Oh, it's
Oh,
gonna be
sorry,
like
are
this
you-
carny asshole didn't actually do the murder, isn't it?
Who can say? Still might be the cop.
I think it might be the cop.
Still might be Wiggins' brother.
This should be you.
No, it's not.
What if it's Mr. Turner?
I think
What
it
if
would be
it's
very
Polly
funny
the Flower
if
Girl?
actually. Yes, the flower girl who I couldn't even examine.
This works very well. No one will escape.
Just blocking off all the exits.
See, that was secretly Irene Adler in disguise.
Uh-huh.
Them setting up the Devil's Daughter.
Oh, that's right. Devil's Daughter does have Moriarty shit, right?
I have no idea. Haven't played it.
Let's talk.
There is
Yeah,
no ladder.
let's
If
talk
anyone
about
falls here,
Professor
you will need
Moriarty
assistance
and
to get
how
out.
dude is in literally one Sherlock Holmes story.
One book.
Where he gets
Literally
pushed
one
over
book.
an edge.
No, it's not. It's not even one book. It's literally one story.
Yes, one book in the story, and he is not even.
He only appears in person briefly and falls
Although
off a
this
waterfall.
window is high above the ground. It would
Whoa.
be possible for one of the thieves
Oh,
to
yeah, I've
attempt
played
to
Resident
use
Evil
it
4.
for their escape.
Oh, gotta put.
This should be
Do you think Holmes could do a rad jump through a window like Leon does?
Yes.
I'm gonna say no.
Thaddeus Sholto is a better character than.
Like, yeah, Irene Adler is like. She actually outwits Holmes.
Yeah,
that
speaking
and
of
the
Resident
child
Evil
with
4.
the yellow face.
Speaking of Resident Evil 4, isn't this
One
the same
step on
upstairs
these
as the
beads.
Yeah.
starting?
A thief will go
What about
flying.
Professor
I should walk
Pressbury, like the
carefully
guy who's
here,
an actual
else my
mutant?
plan will be ruined.
I don't remember.
No, yeah, I mean,
I last
Irene
went through the
Adler
Abridged series
outsmarted
Thief who finds his
him.
way
like
upstairs
8 years
will
ago.
roll down very quickly.
I read most of the original stories with my mom, as a lad. But like, I believe it was only the first collection of stories, so only up to like.
Is it only up to his death?
No.
This hat.
There's one more. No, it's. I think the first 4 collections.
I remember, I thought I read it that Arthur Conan Doyle was so sick and tired of everybody
what the-
thinking that Holmes was perfect that he deliberately wrote The Adventure of the
suppose-
Yellow Face to show, no, you know, you
If
can be
anyone
wrong.
takes the
He's still a
hammer,
good character,
the
but
rope
I'm
will
writing these books, but he
uncoil
can
and
give me
make the
wrong.
shiny
He's
Okay,
number
now
4.
I'm just making Home Alone traps.
Yeah.
If he
Alright,
runs through
now
the
you need to
dining
burn
room
the doorknob.
and takes a
Yeah.
sledgehammer to force open the door,
Just
the chandelier
Get some nails
will
up on the
knock him
tar.
down.
Which is the most fucked up scene from that entire film.
Oh yeah, no, all of Home Alone is deeply fucked up.
You know, it's a real fucked up movie. Home Alone 3.
This hat.
I remember
One that
seeing
doesn't
Home
have
Alone
Macaulay
3.
Culkin.
Pretty sure they've made
That
more than
movie
that.
has a very young Scarlett Johansson in it, if I remember correctly.
When was?
Home Alone 3 was like 96. I remember watching that movie.
You're right. 97. And
This
Scarlett
should be-
Johansson.
I wonder what she's up to these days.
Whatever the hell she wants to.
Listen, she's fucking suing Marvel
She's suing Marvel for fucking her
It's
over.
not an open
to get
carriage.
hers.
Just
And you
a
know what?
nice
I hear that
carpet on the
Black
floor.
Widow movie
I
is
should
bad,
walk carefully here,
but
else my
it's
plan will be
fine.
ruined.
I feel like a lot of people who try to claim one Marvel movie is better than, is like significantly
Now, if a
better or
thief
worse
runs
than
through
the
It's
the
That
like
house,
movie's
comparing-
just
he'll pay
not
a surprise visit
good.
to the cellar.
I
The
hear where you're
traps for
coming
my
from, that
circus
they all
companions
become a blur,
are
but
all
let me tell you,
prepared.
as someone who watched
I can
Eternals,
leave
that
now,
movie is a
but I'll
fucking
return
disaster.
later with Charles Foley and his companions.
I think there are some decent performances in Black Widow.
Oh yeah, the scene with the dad and the mom, and when they're just
I-
at the dinner table, when they're in the house.
Yes, David Harbour and Rachel Weisz.
Police!
Quite good.
Very good. However, that sister on sister shit, fucking awful.
oh, whoops. Accidentally killed everyone.
Stop where you are!
5-0.
Where are they?
Trapped, Watson,
Oh,
with
God.
your assistance.
Shit.
How so?
Oh, you
The guy at the
sounded just like a
staircase.
real Bobby, my dear fellow.
Oh,
you
man.
startled them into the traps.
I did?
I assure you, Watson, it was quite
Oh,
an entertaining
God.
show. They will
His
not
neck.
escape the
You
house
just
now.
murdered two men.
Scum!
And
And now
this
they'll think
is
it's
the
you,
pistol
Watson.
used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How'd you know about that? Have you closed the case yet, Sherlock?
Oh, it's Mycroft.
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Did you follow me?
Okay.
Sherlock,
Yeah, that is weird. So
it
they
may
basically
seem
just
that I
confirmed that
used
he's the killer?
But you should be pleased to know that you have served
Oh,
our
My
piece of shit.
Mycroft.
in this instance.
Yeah, that is.
So now,
That's a weird man.
Let us
saying
catch
this.
the big fish. But this man is
Wait,
not one
that's
of
it?
the Merrymen.
Okay.
No.
Then why exactly are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared in a
I
theft
do like
many
the-
years ago.
You're no better than the coppers.
I do like how in the Sherlock Holmes mythos, it's like, no, my brother's smarter than I am. He's just a lazy asshole.
Yeah, that's basically Mycroft's thing, is that
Yeah.
Mycroft could be
Holmes, that is
Sherlock Holmes, but he's
incredible.
just fucking
The Hellenistic
fat
treasures.
and lazy.
Indeed.
Nothing but trifles.
Like the ways in which
Where are the
Mycroft are
Merrymen?
used in the book
I
is
don't
like
know
Sherlock
why you
Holmes
are
is like,
asking
I don't know
me,
how to
Mycroft.
solve
They
this.
are
You're
yours
smart.
to
I
find."
need help, big brother. And he's like, yeah, you forgot this part.
I'll see you
Ah,
soon,
Mycroft.
dear brother.
I mean, his entire thing is that he's just like playing a political game, like on the world stage, right?
All right, Charles Foley did the murder.
One nice thing about those Robert Downey Jr. Movies, they cast Stephen Fry as Mycroft.
Yeah,
That was
no,
smart.
that's good casting.
You can absolve him or condemn. Yeah, he
But
deserves the
absolve
rope.
is literally he goes to jail or he goes to murder. All right, are there any other conclusions I could make?
I bet you could do like it was just a simple burglary. And I bet you could pin it on.
I
The
think
cop.
this is literally the only
I mean, do you want me to look up the other conclusions?
conclusion. I think the other conclusion is literally just blame the guy.
Other deductions: robbery and double murder. This is a small one.
Okay, yeah. So there's literally okay. Yeah, no, he's getting the rope.
Ooh, that's weird. This is more like the previous game, just in terms of being kind of
Charles
a
Foley,
deleted experience.
You committed the crime of premeditated
I
murder
accidentally opened
and
the
of
package
theft.
while I
You
thought
will
I
be
muted
severely
this.
punished for your deeds.
You are
How
pitiful,
unprofessional of me.
you Scotland Yard dog.
Save your words for the gallows. I'm sure the journalists will love them. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen, please take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business. I'll see you at Baker Street.
This is a weird last case.
Yep.
Is
Honestly, this feels like they did not have enough in the budget to do a big
Be
open-ended
careful with the lamps.
normal
Don't bring
case.
them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
this didn't have DLC or an expansion
Who's there?
or anything, right?
That is
No.
of
I
no
don't think so.
importance.
Sherlock Holmes Year
What
1 has
matters is
DLC.
who you are and the plans that you have here.
What the fuck?
So you can stop us from carrying them out?
Eventually, yes.
And Sherlock Holmes is here to tell you
careful.
about the dangers
You'll
of
blow us
smoking.
all up.
I'm listening.
Am I
group known
blackmailing
as the Merry
mailing
Men.
these terrorists?
But I suppose you knew that already. We are the men who've already lost everything of value in their
Yeah,
lives.
this should have been like the
We
second
are
case.
ruined shopkeepers. We are workers who were fired from their jobs. Honest people who
Oh,
were robbed.
yeah, middle
Wait.
who were
middle
forced out
class
from our homes
terrorists.
and thrown onto the street. And all
I
of this
hate to say
in
it,
the name of the
Brayden,
so-called
but
law.
Sherlock Holmes is
The
100%
laws
a
that were set out
1%er.
by our government. The laws.
I mean,
that
yeah,
make the
he's
commoners
doing
only
well
more
enough to
vulnerable
afford
and the
an
wealthy
apartment
more
on Baker
protected.
Street.
We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the New Lands, America, Australia.
Yeah,
And we are
Sherlock
many.
Holmes is not
But
supporting
men,
the People's
we are
Revolution.
still. And we are merry for that we stopped being afraid.
What is
For those powers that be
Also,
had
this
done
guy's
their best
sales
to
pitch
plant
is
fear inside our
awful.
souls, and we accepted it so
You
easily.
want to blow things up
Fear
that
advised us to keep our
Amar
heads
knows
bowed.
the establishment.
You
We
prevented
don't
us
care
from
about
fighting.
civilian
It's me,
death.
Guy
Bankers
Fawkes. I'm
and
gonna blow up
politicians.
Parliament. Or is
They
this
own our lives,
just the
work,
culmination of all
our
your
bread,
choices? Like,
and they push
depending
us to
on if
compete
you choose
between
to
each other,
punish or
just to
condemn.
Oh
see who may
boy, I
serve them
bet you
better.
they're gonna let you
But in
pick
the
binary
end,
style.
They are the few.
I doubt it.
So they are weak.
I bet it's based
They are
on
nothing
what
without
you
their
chose.
titles. We should not
I bet
fear
it's
them.
just the
Our
same thing
so-called
regardless.
masters should fear us instead. The time has come for our group to stand tall. Our great and many merry men.
Masters.
We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No life shall be lost.
Yeah,
But
it's like
ownerships,
Fight
debts,
Club.
and property titles,
Why, do you have to beat him
they
up?
shall all be destroyed.
No,
They're only
they're gonna
pawns,
blow up the
after all.
London Stock Exchange.
So many people will be freed over this night.
That is a radical
No,
step.
not in this
to take.
version,
The
they won't.
capitalism
What
that you're
result do
going
you
to
truly
hurt.
expect?
Chaos. But
Chaos.
soon people will understand that they are free, and that they don't belong to
I am
anyone.
here to kill chaos.
They will be able to work for
It's
themselves,
Sherlock Holmes chapter
Together.
1, not year 1.
without letting the rulers dictate what to do, and
Oh, sorry,
finally
Batman
justice
year one,
will
yes.
arise.
What you are intending to do is a crime. It is not justice.
How do you see justice then? Kids go to prison for a loaf of dry bread. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people? Sending them to their deaths in mines.
Boy,
or
the British
overseas to fight
Empire
for
really
land.
sucks dog
Our
dick, doesn't it?
masters wouldn't hear us. So now it's time to sing the song of the merry men. Will you let us do our duty?
This is still just going on, huh?
Uh-huh, no, I have a choice. I can either blow up the powder keg or...
Oh.
No,
What are you gonna do?
I'm Sherlock
When
Holmes.
people fight the order, they are too blind
I'm
to see
just
the
gonna put it out
consequences
there.
that
This
throw
is kind of a
society into
bummer of
chaos.
a way for this
I
game
shall
to
stop
conclude.
your
Yeah.
actions, but not you. Run. Now.
Also, doesn't this go completely against his usual shtick of I don't get into politics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
why?
that's the second case where
Why
you
is
just
this the
straight
last
up
case?
let Mycroft take care of the
Yeah.
Italian and Mexican problem.
I blew up a circus tent and it looked bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole point of Riddle on the Rails is like he turned down Mycroft trying to look into the Merry Men in the first place, right? Like that's the whole point of that
So,
case.
You're
Suck it,
interested
poor
in
people.
Russian literature now.
Quite lately.
It is an interesting book. I remember a few lines.
Really? I tried reading
Oh,
it
this
This
myself.
is
the book.
I
weird.
had a hard time understanding it.
Yes, Doctor.
Most
It's
of this
about
game is
intelligence.
excellent.
Sherlock, I vaguely recall one of the lines. Sometimes it takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. There were also a few words along the lines of,
Pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. Tell me, Doctor, does my brother show any signs of pain or suffering?
Not that I know of.
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade, my brother does possess a deep heart. So deep that he does not recall where he places his love.
Well, I'm sure that...
His love and his duty that, in the first place, should be directed towards the Empire. For without it, we would be nothing.
This is
a country filled with uncivilized.
This is kind of underwhelming.
And the Empire needs order.
To be fair,
and discipline.
underwhelming describes most endings to Sherlock Holmes stories.
People who commit
Yeah,
crimes
I guess,
are
yeah.
at the very
A lot of
least
Sherlock
intent
Holmes stories end with
deserve punishment,
anticlimax.
Sherlock. Without justice, there can be no civilization.
But we serve the truth, not justice.
Your truth, Doctor, that may prove immoral.
I would
allowing
say
people to terrorize London,
had Arthur Conan
destabilizing the
Doyle
whole
not
empire.
been basically
Terrorize
cyberbullied
only
at
the
the
powers
time
whom you
to
serve, my
retcon the final
Not I,
problem,
not
the ending of the
Watson,
final
not
problem
Mrs. Hudson,
is
not
very
Wiggins.
good.
Yes.
Sherlock, the merry man are to be stopped.
Sherlock Holmes.
Not
Have you ever
by
thought about
me.
how Sherlock
You
Holmes is the
created the
original?
merry men. Stop them yourself.
It's the
Zack
original
Snyder
Mass
did.
Effect
Sure,
3.
you don't create
Oh, yeah.
10
Yeah.
more merry men by arresting the one.
Good night, Dr. Watson.
I mean, yeah, the final problem is a really great ending.
Anything in the post, Watson? Any clients worthy of our attention?
There's some really
Only
good
a second
books that
reminder
came
from
after
Mrs.
the
Hudson
final
about
problem.
our new neighbour. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving in shortly has requested the use of our spare room to place all of her boxes.
Wait.
A
What?
lady?
A lady?
Wait, is... Oh, weird.
Wait, what's her name?
Is it Irene Adler?
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
You beat the video. You are Law Protector.
I am Law Protector.
Oh, you just got a bunch of
Chivos.
Chivos.
Oh, is this a montage of everyone I fucking punished?
Yep.
So there's the lady whose husband
Yep.
got murdered.
Australian woman, yep.
Yeah, and her
This is great.
sailor boyfriend.
I love this.
This is amazing.
Oh, my dead husband.
Oh, and there's the archaeologists.
Mhm.
He's like, I'm gonna murder this fucker.
Blinkhorn.
Blink one, more like Blink 182, bitch.
I like this game a lot.
Yeah, in spite of its poor conclusion.
But yeah, I think this case and the third case are a little weak.
Which one was the third?
The baths.
Oh, I like the
I like that case. The problem is there's that
Oh, you're
extended
just-
treasure hunting sequence.
You're just upset because of the ice knife, silver knife.
And also the ice knife, silver knife. And then the fourth case is just an hour long. It's just real short.
I think this game is basically the Railway and the Kew Gardens,
Yeah.
which are both excellent.
I'm looking forward to... Maybe... I'm not going to play Devil's Daughter.
You're gonna
Like,
play
immediately.
Himbo Holmes.
Oh yeah, in Devil's Daughter, he looks like fucking John Hamm.
No, I meant chapter 1.
Oh yeah, chapter 1, he's a twink. I'm sorry, not a himbo. I used the wrong terminology. I'm sorry.
They're all the same to me.
No, he's a twink because he's like small and he's a slight.
I don't know why. There's a shot of him in the marketing material for chapter 1.
Holy shit, they use Kevin MacLeod music? Wow.
Sure.
Lead.
There's a shot for chapter 1 that looks like it would be something out of DMC. Just him like sprawled out.
The underappreciated legend of Creative Commons generic music, but also good generic music.
Yeah.
God bless him.
I do like this end screen. But
I need to
in
know
Devil's
what
Daughter, he
trophy you
literally
took.
looks like Don Draper. And Watson has a well, oh, look, I got a poster.
Oh wow.
I need to see what trophy you took.
That was what I got. I got the
Oh,
Barryman
that's it?
poster.
That's weak. They had 1,000 of those.
Yeah.
You should have taken that guy's key pendant.
Yeah, I should have taken the Greek artifacts. All right, well.
Thank you for playing
okay.
through this.
I enjoyed this game a lot, but it's time to move forward.
Spin that wheel.
It's time to spin the wheel.
Which wheel?
The wheel of Ukraineous video games, of course.
I wonder
We got
if it'll
Stalker.
be something short.
We got Metro. We got Chasm the Rift. Cryostasis the Sleep of Reason. Mag Runner Dark Pulse. Heroes of Annihilated Empires. Atom RPG. Darkened Sky. And another Stalker game. Because, I don't know.
There are some things on this wheel that I think you're going to bounce off of pretty quickly.
Shadow of
Sherlock
Chernobyl.
But
Fuck yes,
there are some
Skittles.
things here where...
Oh, you got Darkened Sky.
I got the Skittles game.
Oh, man.
Voiced by Ariel, right?
Yeah, no, it's Princess Jasmine.
Princess Jasmine. Okay.
Ariel is
Some
in
Disney.
Grandia too.
Ah.
So...
Alright, well, I'll see you all,
I'll
guys.
see you all later. I'm probably
How
going to
long-
stream an N64 game this week.
How many streams do you think Darkened Sky will get?
Let's
Two.
say a maximum of 2.
Two.
Okay.
What I have seen of this
Two.
game seems
Coward.
interesting.
There's a speedrun of it.
I love that the company who made it is called Boston Animation despite being based in Kiev. So
I mean, that's because of racism.
yeah, I'll be streaming some N64 games this week.
Okie doke.
Hopefully I don't have to stream nothing but the same game for this week because
Oh.
it's Run 2
Okay.
coming up to you like 5 minutes from now.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks so much
See,
for watching.
bye.
And remember, crime, punishment.
Send
Sherlock
them to the
Holmes-
rope.
Sherlock Holmes gives him the rope.
Give them the rope.